I can't even begin this whole thing without even touching on the subject of who is Baby Blue. A common theme with me, at least, is to say Dylan talks a lot about himself in his songs. I would like to stick with that, but note it's definitely a blend of other things too. Was it Joan Baez? Was it the folk movement audience as a whole? Can I go with all three? However, he got Baby Blue from Gene Vincent's 1958 rockabilly hit Baby Blue. Dylan is quoted as saying, I had carried that song around in my head for a long time, and I remember that when I was writing it. I remember a Gene Vincent song. It had always been one of my favorites, Baby Blue. When I first met my baby, she said, How do you do? She looked into my eyes and said, My name is Baby Blue. It was one of the songs I used to sing back in high school. Of course, I was singing about a different Baby Blue. So admitting it back then, it could have been about a high school girl such as Echo, but now it could be about a former lover, Joan, who around this time he was breaking up with, as we know that she's not on stage with him around this time too in 1965. Dylan saying, She don't fit into my music. Hey, I can fit into her music, but she doesn't fit into my music, my show. Some say it's Paul Clayton, a former friend of Dylan's who was hooked on drugs way too much and eventually killed himself. Whomever you go with, you have to back it up with the lyrics. The first verse gives the listener a warning. You must leave now, take what you need you think will last. But whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. Through a journey, you must take things you'll need and sentimental things you'll want to hang on to. But you must leave now, according to Dylan. Leave immediately, or your quest will be moot. The empty-handed painter from your streets is drawing crazy patterns on your sheets. The empty-handed painter, someone who has skill but with nothing, living on the street. The starving artist, if you will. We have all seen a painting that we can say is crazy, but worth millions for some reason. Dylan just states the facts here. Verse 3 is pretty similar to verse 2. The army is nothing without their weapons. The lover left and took everything with him. Even the carpet under you is leaving. It's all over. The last verse, however, is vastly different. It's giving hope. It's giving tips. Forget the dead. They're dead. The vagabond who's rapping at your door is standing in the clothes that you once wore. You used to be that homeless person on the street. Allow them in like the ones did before you. And strike another match, go start anew. How literal can that be? He's giving you courage. There's always matches in the book. Just start again. Everything will be okay. The only pronouns we get for any type of clue is his, when he's taking his blankets from the floor. I keep coming back to the idea that this is all about Joan in some way, or just a general goodbye to those folk-type girls and fans. Always want to hear your guys' take on it, but let's move on to the music and recording. Dylan, for these strings of albums, would play these songs live first to get a feel for them. But for some reason, he didn't play this one at all before bringing it into the studio, saying, I used to do a song live before you ever made a record, so it would evolve. Took it into the studio before I was too familiar with it. He strains his voice a lot in this song, starting out very high, both in pitch and volume in the beginning lines of the verses, then coming down to earth near the end of the line. The song is in the key of E, capable on the 4th fret with drop C tuning, creating a bass-like feel on that 6th string, and the harmonica is played in E as well. We have some basses with Dylan's guitar, but for the most part, this is an acoustic song that the Dylan fanfare was used to. It lands last on the Bringing It All Back Home album, the album of great mixture and balance with and without a backing band feel. But it fits perfectly as the last song, giving us all a farewell to his acoustic style, as Highway 61 is next and the opening track, Like a Rolling Stone. I think the hang up on this song is Who is Baby Blue? And of course we did our best to talk about it, but at the same token not beat it up so much. So I say to you when trying to deep dive into this song, don't look past the fact that it's just a song, as Dylan always reminds us. He just writes stuff and plays it. Whether you look into it deeply or not is up to you. Maybe you are Baby Blue. Maybe we all are.